What's up guys, Charles from TreeTanksDev. Welcome to a new video, and today we're going to take a look at something really interesting and only costs $5. Super cheap. This is called the Ulanzi UURig Flip Screen Bracket. This is for you guys who have cameras such as the Sony cameras or the Nikon cameras or maybe Fujifilm cameras which don't have an articulating screen. So what is an articulating screen? This is an example. This is a Panasonic G9, and this is really useful. Articulating screens are really useful if you want to do vlogging and stuff or do YouTube videos. Like right now I'm filming on my Canon EOS RP. And Canons are always known to have this articulating screen. So for Canon users, basically no issues. But for the other users like Sony's, especially the Sony A63, A64, A65, A66, and even the Sony A7R3, the Sony A7 III and stuff, they don't have an articulating screen. So either you need to buy a monitor, something like this. So a monitor, something like this. If you want to see yourself or do YouTube videos or do vlogging, you just need to put the camera up here on the hot shoe mount together with the HDMI cable, and then you can see yourself on screen via this monitor. So for that monitor, the cheapest that I've seen, maybe 100, 200 bucks. But if you are on a budget, this is, like I mentioned, the Ulanzi UURig Flip Screen. So first of all, just to take note, it only works on cameras which can at least flip upwards at a 45-degree angle like the Nikon. This is the Nikon Z6, or maybe you have the Sony A6500 like this. Also has a tilt up screen like this. So as long as it can tilt up at a 45-degree angle, this will work. So another thing to take note of is it works better on cameras like the Sony A6500, where your EVF isn't directly underneath the hot shoe mount. This will work really, really well. Or maybe if it's underneath the hot shoe mount, but it isn't very big. Because the issue I'm going to show you on screen right now on the Nikon Z6, for example, which has a really big eyepiece. If you want, you can remove the eyepiece, because if you're doing vlogging and stuff, you don't really need the eyepiece because you'll be looking at the screen anyways. So if it has a really big eyepiece like this, a large EVF, it will work but not as well. So in the mirror over here, you will be able to see this eyepiece in the mirror, so it will be partially blocking the top half of the screen. So it will work on cameras like the Nikon Z6, Nikon Z7 with the big EVF, but it will be blocking the top half of the screen. This will work on the Sony cameras or any camera which the EVF isn't directly underneath the hot shoe mount, or maybe cameras without an EVF or a really small EVF like this. But if it's a large EVF, just to take note, it will be blocking the top half of the camera. So that's point number 2. And last of all, as I mentioned, this will not work on a GoPro, because besides the GoPro 9 with the front-facing screen or any action cameras without the front-facing screen, you need to have at least a 45-degree tilt-up screen, because it will flash onto the mirror over here. It will flash onto the mirror and project the image. Then you can see yourself. So GoPros will not work, because GoPros, you cannot tilt the screen upwards at a 45-degree angle. So it works pretty well. Check out more footage. This is on the Sony A6500. So pretty cool. Only costs $5. And yeah, it does work pretty well. So just remember, your camera must have an at least 45 degrees tilt up screen and a small EVF or no EVF. If you do have a big EVF eyepiece, if you can remove it, it will work. If not, it'll be cutting off the top half of the screen. And last of all, it does not work on action cams because they cannot tilt your screen at a 45-degree angle. So really worth it for $5. Really happy I bought this. Now I can do vlogging and YouTube videos outside on my a6500 and my Sony a7 II and my Nikon Z50. So that's pretty cool. I can use this one on all three devices without having to bring along that giant monitor. So the giant monitor, I normally use it at home for filming YouTube videos and stuff. Or those of you on a budget who don't want to buy a monitor, yep, this is the option for you. $5, Ulanzi Flip Screen Bracket. Check it out, guys. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notifications button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.